But yeah, Mercury obviously like #1 Philly, of course. She's been traveling a little more as of lately, but like isn't really known for her out of region results. Regardless, a very, very strong player, like I mentioned, #1 in Philly. First getting ranked in Philly in Q4 of 2021 as 15th, and then Q1 of 2022 jumping from 15th on PR to 2nd.
Yeah.
Just shooting all the way up there, just barely getting edged out by Yoda Cage, and then immediately the season after, Q2 of 2022, getting ranked first in Philly. And since then, I think has not fallen out of top 5.
Yeah,
I think maybe dropped like 6th one.
Merc, she's fresh off a Zomba win too.
True, yeah, I mentioned that here in my beating Zomba, not with Joker, with the Aegis.
Yeah,
Zomba, that's considering how Zomba's being like top 8, like Cosmos and Spargo, extremely impressive.
Yep.
Looks like she's been focusing a lot more on the Aegis as of lately, but it went more from like a secondary to more like a co-main situation.
Yep.
But in a match like this, I definitely understand why you want to start out with the Joker, considering how well Joker can deal with projectiles in general.
Yep.
With the gunman and the can, with the Takara Karn too. It's gonna be.
Yep.
It's gonna be a big going into
Not
this.
even just that, having the Aegon as well, just to set up a little wall there, preventing the projectiles from going through, is actually very big as well. But right now, Fawn doing such a good job at pushing her advantage state, finding a lot of these really very good trades right now as well. Right off taking that much damage, the can bouncing off of the stage into Mercury.
Nasty can. Absolutely nasty.
Mercury not going to take that lying down, though, is pushing that advantage state as hard as they can right now, 89%. Ooh, going to get called out by the can, though, and that sets up Fawn for a combo. This set play from Fawn has been very good so far.
Fawn's been doing a really good job of catching Mercury overextending. I think the biggest thing that Mercury relies on for her damage is fade-in aerials. Like with that fade-in Joker, which is really good for finding those chase away combo extensions. But considering how Duck Hunt has a lot of those transcendent, like the gunman and the can, you really can't find those fade-in aerials as much. So, I mean, Fawn's been taking really good advantage of that so far.
You know, I think the scariest thing, the scariest thing I find about Duck Hunt, characters like Duck Hunt and Snake, is not these really big setups, not these really big combos they do with all these setups and this big damage. It's when they have a lead, every trade they take is now in their favor. And having a frame 1 escape option means every single trade is now infinitely scarier. If you are behind against Duck Hunt and you're behind against Snake, now you need to find the positioning where you can find a clean, solid hit and not take the trade and have to reset back to neutral, where now you need to find that clean hit again.
That's true. Or seeing, I think Mercury, she's struggling
right
a lot
there.
too. That's crazy. Taking that 150.
Yeah.
Struggling a lot too. She's really good at finding those stocks with the drag down forward airs, but Duck Hunt is mad short. We saw it twice there. She whiffed the Arsene forward air. Oh my god.
Wow.
Gimp that 0 with can. That's what I call pick the can.
And I think in a lot of these scenarios, where you want to find those sort of drag downs, you want to find these scenarios, you want to find them like on these platforms too. But you need to really find out like air callouts. Like you get that drag down up air, you need to find an air call, you need to find a platform call out. But the way Fawn is playing it specifically, she's setting up the can on this platform, preventing Merc from doing anything. If Merc hits, tries to hit Fawn, hits the can, gets called out for it, eats damage. And even in the air, oh, we're switching the Aegis. Even in the air, as Joker, you couldn't do anything because Fawn was always hitting up a projectile that you would trade with.
Yeah, like on paper, the Joker makes more sense, but in reality, the way that Mercury plays, like I was mentioning, she relies on more of those jump in aerials to find her damage, and she takes the stock with the fair ones a lot more.
Yeah.
On Duck Hunt, you're not finding those. At least you're finding it'll be a lot harder. Aegis is just straight to the point of just like, I'll find consistent damage with this Mythra, and then when you get a high percentage, I can just F-toll you Pyra.
But now these trades don't matter because you have a big sword. You're not fighting with a small dagger anymore. You now have a full sword that's hitting this can back into Duck Hunt and not letting you get hit as well. We saw it with that up air right there. Giving the positioning for Merc. Now she's finding a lot more in these scenarios. Ooh, see in the back there come out. Switching to Pyra, gonna knock out the can from the scenario. Pyra's very scary for Duck Hunt. Having a big sword that covers everything, and if it hits something, now it does more damage. Ooh, finding the F smash. Wow, very.
What attack! Oh my god! Wow, that just looks like that Momo Yeet smashing from 2022. Wow, man, that's crazy.
We'll never forget. We'll never forget.
Never forget. But yeah, I mean, honestly, really good play there. The clip of all time. But yeah, like you mentioned, the Pyra, not only the fact that her sword is huge, and she finds the stocks early, but it's the fire property of the sword dealing with the can.
Yes,
it's
sir.
Element, it's chemistry.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I love science.
Combustion, you know?
Dude,
CO2, H2O.
Okay. Back throw coming out from Fawn. Oh, I love the sharking there. Honestly, if there's one thing Philly players do, they cheat a lot with sharking under the ledge.
Oh, yeah.
They constantly do that nonsense.
I am very aware.
Yeah, you know, buddy.
Oh, I am. I mean, I play the character that, you know, you probably should be doing that, so I see it a lot. Yeah.
I'm loving these conversions there off of those.
Low damage coming in from the up B. Lightning Buster, you know?
Yeah, I love the landing busters onto the conversions there.
I do love how every single time they use it, they scream out the move. It's awesome.
That's why I had to stop playing, because I was too cringe at yelling at the move theme every single time I would do it.
Yeah.
Like they got me off the sticks, thankfully. But now Mercury, the presence on this ledge there, down tilt coming out. Not going to find that upper chin. Nice DI there from Fawn. But again, the presence with this Aegis is looking a lot more dominant going the rest of this game. Flame Nova perfectly timed there again. The huge circle, the big aura that just says no.
Fawn, I think, is just not as ready for this Aegis right now. Was definitely playing a lot better against the Joker, finding out a lot more callouts, and especially finding a lot more combos. But with the threat of a sword that Mercury has, now you have a lot of these scenarios where you can't go for these trades anymore. You can't find these trade opportunities because Merc is now just able to find way more opportunities because now they're just building up more damage from the can rather than getting forced out of it from the can.
Let's think about the problems Mercury had game one. Couldn't hit duck on because she was too short. Not an issue anymore because Mythra. Oh wow, that sucks. Wow. I mean, unfortunate DI. But okay, mentioned like couldn't hit duck on because she was too short. Not an issue anymore because Mythra has a lot of scooping moves. Oh, couldn't find the stock because at the ledge you couldn't find your conversions. Not an issue. Pyra's hitboxes are huge. Oh, couldn't deal with can at all. Oh. Not an issue because of the Pyra sword. It's working out in so many aspects for it right now.
Mythra Nair does your taxes.
True.
It's there. It does everything.
Get this mana true.
It's essentially there to just like it doesn't matter how low you go because that Nair has such a large multi-hit. It's gonna catch you out. You're gonna get hit by one sort of hitbox by it, eat like 60% from a combo, and now we're in a good game here. But oh, you know. Very scary positioning. If you're Fawn, we could see another... no neutral B right there, but the down air is just going to call it out.
Yeah, if there's one thing, it must be so freeing going from Joker, one of the most precise characters in the game with your aerials, like having to find the correct hitbox of Flare 1, correct hitboxes, drag downs of Joker up air, just going, okay, Pyra, I down air this time. I have a down air the size of Rhode Island. Yep. I will... down air you because it is strong. That's gonna be so nice of your Merc.
Hey man.
I mean, she makes it look so easy. Very good stuff there in that game too.
Streak broken. No more 3-0s.
We did it. You're right. We did it. We did.
We're gonna have more than just 3 games being played. All thanks to Aegis.
Thank you, Fawn. Thank you, Mercury.
Yes,
we appreciate your work here. I gotta say that Ditto hat, fire.
That Ditto hat.
Big fan of that Ditto hat. Anyways, Hollow Bastion. Taking us back here, same stage. I definitely think the pick makes more sense here for this duck hunt considering the offstage game plan and the recovery we saw from Fawn under the stage going from coast to coast. Also, just the presence of mind here with this Aegis, like the Mythra Nair scooping up perfectly from that platform. Even like obviously Pyra down from switch, they're gonna reach there because that move is huge. Even Mythra down there scooping up perfectly from under the platform is really comfortable here from Merc. So honestly, I think that like
I am interested to see like why we just straight up went back. I know. Because I know Fawn does like this stage, so there are a lot of opportunities for like setups. Because if you have the lead as Duck Hunt and you just set up everything underneath that center platform, you have such a good position there. But you really need to find that positioning, and that Blazing End is not going to let you find it.
It's literally that move covers the entirety of the platform. Pyra Downer, the entirety of the platform.
Yeah.
Even F-Tilt, not the entire platform, but half of the platform.
But this might just straight up be the best option here for Fawn. We don't know what bans Merc gave, but I think judging the position right now, it's not looking great for Fawn. Ooh, but the backer coming in, and now you have a lead as Duck Hunt, and Merc very eager to stop that lead. Immediate up smash. needs to find something to prevent Fawn from continuing to hold this position, because the moment you let that happen, the moment you let Duck Hunt set up with a lead, now you have to take these trades. Now you have to take this damage. And Fawn already building up 45% on this second stock.
141, Merc looking for the up smash here. Very quick frame 7 up smash from this Mythra regardless. And we tough to find this here because, like you said, the lead with Duck Hunt being able to play patiently under that center platform here on Hollow Bastion is like Mercury's not going to be able to find the stock very easily. At 1v1, a lot of range here on the Duck Hunt, but that Nair is going to do it there. The Nair, the size of the sun.
Yeah, aggressive forwarder there from Fawn, getting called out by the Nair. Very scary positioning right here. It's really big who holds the stage positioning in this matchup. You see, when Fawn holds the center, when Fawn is able to hold the center, set up the projectiles, and prevent Merc from getting anything started, that's when Fawn's getting this big damage. But the moment Merc forces Fawn onto this ledge, gets these big hits, that's when it gets scary. That's when Fawn now has to make these brash decisions, find this sort of defensive option to make it back to the center so they can play out their game.
F12 comes out of the corner into the blazing end as well.
Merc, very eager to find something started.
Fawn, like you said, finding the hit there, we were running back to center stage. Holding that platform saying, hey, look, I've got my home, I got the Ring doorbell set up under the platform. You come near my door, I'm ready. I know where you're at.
Yeah, she's completely ready, especially setting up that can on the platform there. Very dangerous. With this low ceiling, the Hollow Bastion, you can lose your stock very quickly if you're not careful. Yeah, he tries to set up for the grab combo, but doesn't get it.
Down, you know what frame that Pyra's jab is, by the way? It's frame 3.
The frame 3 jab?
Frame 3 jab. Mythra's is frame 2, and Pyra's is frame 3.
Really?
Disgusting.
That's...
I used to use that all the time. Down tilt. I used to do that all the time of Pyra down tilt on shield into jab. And we're gonna find... Oh!
Dragon Ball Z moment right there. The double can explosion, and we're going to an even game 3.
That was insane. But that's actually the biggest trade in Merc's favor there.
Yeah. That was very good for Merc.
You drive down the same time. Fawn doesn't have time to set up here. Yeah, you find some decent damage there, but Merc is back in the saddle, finding these up tilts with the Mythra, getting back into it.
We're going to see the combo. We're going to see, oh my God, into the downer. It's the double downer. That's going to be that pivotal game 3 for Fawn. Not getting any, not being flustered at all off of that Dragon Ball Z moment. Is just ready to take it again. Wow.
What an insane game.
It just hit me that you just said that jab was frame 2 on a sword character.
Yeah.
On a sword
Mythra's is frame 2. Pyra's is frame 3. You can fact check me if I'm 100% certain.
No,
that's insane.
That's gross, man. That's
gross.
gross.
You know what's funny too? Pyra's general jab kills at like 120.
Yeah, I am very aware. I mean, like I play Brawler who has a frame 2 jab, but that's because I'm me Brawler. Like I'm supposed to be in your face.
Look at me Brawler and look at Mythra, and they have the same jab.
That's gross, man.
That's mad funny.
That's gross. Ooh. We're going back to this Hollow Bastion.
And definitely saw towards the end of that game why Fawn is more comfortable. Like you said, again, holding the center stage of that entirety of that game and looking so comfortable there with that duck, and also the off-stage presence again. Like, yeah, Pyra and Mythra are so good at covering the ledge and taking those stocks from the ledge with the ledge trapping, but Fawn can build back and forth from coast to coast under that stage, which is big for avoiding that.
Yes, sir. Right now. Again, Fawn holds the center, but that Mythra dash attack is a killer. Covers everything. It's interesting to see how many, we do have a decent. I think we at least have 2 Aegis players. At least 2.
We got Reed, we got
Reed, Merc.
I know Burst has an Aegis.
Burst has an Aegis. Josh then also has an Aegis. Yellow also has an Aegis.
I know what every single one of you are, by the way. But Flame Nova coming out again, closing it down. That's the one thing, though. If Duck Hunt is putting an awkward position to have time to switch under the ledge, Flame Nova is just gonna eat you up every day of the week. So very good call there from Merc.
I'm seeing a very big difference in the way Merc plays Aegis and the way Reed would play Aegis. Reed is very... Huh?
So do tell.
Yes, Reed is a lot more of a defensive Aegis. He's very willing to let that space sit for a while and just sort of hold that positioning and just wait for something to happen. Merc is seeing that positioning on Mythra and just immediately swings in for a dash attack, swings in for a nair, and tries to close that space the best they can and use those fast Mythra aerials, those fast Mythra tools to get some big combo damage started. And it's really interesting. Again, like I brought up with Cloud, like all those safe tools, it makes people split out into 2 different playstyles. And we're seeing it right here. where a lot of Aegises will play very defensive, but Merc using all these fast and very strong tools to play aggressive instead.
It's nice seeing Merc going from a character like Joker who has to be very precise. Like, yeah, she's really, really good at reading players and seeing where they're going to go and knowing their habits. But Aegis just does that, but has to be so much less precise.
Yeah, man.
She has so much more freedom. And the dad just took there, unfortunately. It's just with the good lackluster recovery. But yeah, like, instead of like covering one option, you're covering a chunk of the stage. Because your hitboxes, even on Mythra, are so fat.
Yeah.
Your damage is just so good.
With such a solid lead here from Merc, Fawn really needs to find something big to get something. Really needs to find something big in order to bring themselves back into this game. Like maybe, you know, find another like clay pigeon combo, especially like like what they used to close out that game 4 or game 3. Sorry. But right now, Merc just finding so much damage, so much positioning, and Fawn really not able to do much. Using these trades in Merc's favor right now, she's just finding so much damage.
Down tilt in the forward air coming outward. Has 100%. Not going to find an F smash, but I like the idea. Just pretty safe there. Pyra coming out once more at 120. Definitely don't have too much space here to take those trades as Duck on this last stock. But even if you do take a stock, you're in a really awkward position here as Fawn.
Yeah.
I'm going to catch that, jump in there with that up tilt. Merc just saying that, like, if she's playing Joker, oh, I caught your jump with an up tilt. Oh, that's like, you got like 10%.
Yep.
Pyra, you're
Dead.
dead. You're dead.
Dead.
That is just straight up just tear gas. That's crazy.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, man. It's such a scary
It's just like, oh no, I'm gonna jump. What am I gonna do? Bap. Joker, you're finding maybe 8% there.
Yep. But, you know, swat it out in the air. You brought it before, like with Joker, you need to play so precise. You need to play so careful with a lot of these opportunities. But with Pyra, especially, you just cover so much. Even if it's a slower move, like, that has so much position, like, it gives you so much positional advantage that you don't necessarily need to be as precise. And, you know, I think the biggest thing is, like, with all this, with all that he just has, she does not have the best recovery. But to me, that reminds me of, like, balancing a character by giving them low health in, like, a traditional fighter, like a Kuma. It doesn't work because
I know Dan just made the reference because of the music and go.
Yeah.
Go.
It maybe it reminded me, but I think it's the biggest thing because sure, you might give a character low health, or sure, in Smash you might give them a bad recovery so they die earlier, but it doesn't matter if their tools are so unbelievably powerful that how are you supposed to put them off stage in the first place?
And speaking of strong tools, we got a stage like Battlefield. You bring Pyra Mythra here. Obviously, I like how Fawn brings, like, you have a lot more space to get away from the presence of this Pyra Mythra, but also the ladder combos this character have, like you saw earlier on with Mercury consistently finding like 40% and more. Mythra can find just so much more here on the stage. Even the Pyra, like chasing you with the stocks off the top of the stage, you get a higher ceiling. But man, like the presence is just so strong here. Mercury is looking unmovable right now. I
have seen Mythra kill off the top with up air on Battlefield. Very scary positioning.
Oh, yeah, that's not an uncommon appearance.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
I think the biggest thing Fawn was thinking of with a counter pick like this is instead of having that center platform be low to the ground, that center platform is now up, preventing Merc as Pyra from coming down with a super strong aerial, preventing him from coming down from high. Now you need to come down from a lower positioning, which allows Fawn to be a little bit more consistent in their defensive tools in those positionings. The reversal right there going to take big damage for it, evening out the percent right now. And now with the two side platforms, Fawn now has more positions on the stage that they can sit under, and you have to come in a very scary scenarios that you don't want to be in against Fawn. Fawn, realizing this, now has a decent lead against Merc and is taking it all the way to the bank right now, just pushing it forward.
Playing out the corner, they're playing around. Again, Mercury utilizing that movement very, very well to not approach his duck on head on.
Yeah.
Get back in the center of the stage, jumping out again. A good call there on the landing there. The double up at the triple up air. Oh my God, Pharaoh, is that you?
Yeah, I was talking about Mythra up air, but man, duck on up air too.
Clearly the wrong up air.
Yeah, no slouch itself. But also Fawn doing a very good job at every single time going essentially coast to coast, where they'll set up Gunman in one scenario, it'll explode, run to the other side, and then set it up again. And Mercury struggling to find the kill because of it, because Fawn is realizing they can't sit stationary. The more they sit stationary, the more Merc is just able to set up these big damages. Again, the setup with the clay pigeon preventing Merc from getting anything big out there. You have to go for a one-hit move. You can't go for something that combos into itself right there.
Find something there. They're waiting patiently.
Right
Again, the
there.
clay pigeon
The gun,
coming out.
the grab.
Ooh, the re-grab. Oh, Fawn one hit away from taking this game.
Yeah.
Mercury, even after all that momentum, Fawn slows it back down with his battlefield pick. He's in a really good position there. Nice jump away, but still gonna caught with that on the platform with that up air. Fawn closes it out 3-2 against Mercury.
Wow.
And like you said, like that's the biggest thing about the elaborate